Throughout history and fiction, many warriors are defined by revenge. But sometimes, two characters who start from the same pain can end up walking completely different paths. Today, we're comparing two legendary characters, one from the brutal world of Sparta and the other from the violent age of Vikings. Kratos from the God of War Greek-era games, and Thorfinn from the anime Vinland Saga. Both of them were shaped by loss. Both of them were driven by revenge, but their ideologies ended up being completely opposite.
Kratos' backstory: the ghost of Sparta.
Before becoming the terrifying ghost of Sparta, Kratos was a Spartan warrior. He grew up in the brutal military culture of Sparta, where strength and discipline were everything. Kratos quickly became one of the most feared generals in the Spartan army. But even a powerful warrior can face defeat. During one devastating battle, Kratos and his army were on the brink of destruction. In desperation, Kratos prayed to Ares, the Greek god of war. He promised his loyalty in exchange for the power to defeat his enemies. Ares accepted the deal. Kratos was given the legendary Blades of Chaos, chained to his arms forever as a symbol of his servitude. With this new power, Kratos became unstoppable. He conquered cities and slaughtered countless enemies in the name of Ares. But Ares had a cruel plan. To make Kratos the perfect warrior, Ares manipulated him into committing an unforgivable crime. In a moment of madness and rage, Kratos unknowingly killed his own wife and daughter. When Kratos realized what he had done, his entire world shattered. As punishment, the ashes of his family were magically bound to his skin. This is why Kratos has pale white skin. And from that day on, he became known as the Ghost of Sparta. Filled with guilt and rage, Kratos turned against the gods themselves. In games like God of War, God of War II, God of War III, God of War Ghost of Sparta, and God of War Chains of Olympus, Kratos wages war against Olympus. His rage becomes so powerful that he eventually kills gods like Zeus and destroys the entire Greek pantheon. Kratos represents the ultimate form of revenge, a man who was broken by tragedy and responded by destroying the very world that betrayed him.
Thorfinn backstory, from revenge to redemption. Now let's talk about Thorfinn. Thorfinn grew up in the harsh Viking world. He was the son of Thors, a legendary warrior known as the Troll of Jom. But unlike other warriors, Thors had abandoned violence. He believed that true strength comes from protecting life, not taking it. He once said something that would later become very important in Thorfinn's life. A true warrior doesn't need a sword. Unfortunately, Thorfinn didn't understand those words at the time. Everything changed when Thors was killed by the cunning Viking leader Askeladd. Thorfinn witnessed his father's death with his own eyes. From that moment, his entire life became about revenge, just like Kratos. Instead of returning home, Thorfinn secretly followed Askeladd's band of mercenaries. For years, he fought in brutal Viking wars across England. But he wasn't fighting for glory. He wasn't fighting for honor. He was fighting only for one thing: the chance to duel Askeladd and avenge his father. But fate had a cruel twist. Before Thorfinn could take his revenge, Askeladd was killed by Canute. In that moment, Thorfinn lost the only purpose he had in life. Without revenge, he had nothing. He fell into despair and eventually became a slave. But during this time, something incredible happened. Thorfinn started reflecting on his life. All the killing, all the hatred, all the lives he had destroyed. And slowly, he realized the truth behind his father's words. Violence only creates more violence. Revenge never brings peace. And that realization led Thorfinn to adopt a completely different ideology. He declared something that shocked everyone around him: I have no enemies. From that moment forward,
Thorfinn dedicated his life to creating a peaceful land called Vinland, a place where war, slavery, and violence would not exist.
What makes Kratos and Thorfinn such fascinating characters is how similar their beginnings are. Both of them lost someone they loved. Both of them were consumed by revenge. Both of them became extremely dangerous warriors, but their philosophies ended up going in opposite directions. Kratos embraced rage. His ideology became simple. The world betrayed him, so the world must suffer. Thorfinn chose a different path. Instead of continuing the cycle of hatred, he decided to break it. Kratos destroys. Thorfinn rebuilds. Kratos punishes the world. Thorfinn tries to heal it. One represents vengeance. The other represents redemption. And that realization led Thorfinn to adopt a completely different ideology. He declared something that shocked everyone around him. I have no enemies. From that moment forward, Thorfinn dedicated his life to creating a peaceful land called Vinland, a place where war, slavery, and violence would not exist.
In the end, both Kratos and Thorfinn are powerful not because of their strength, but because of their stories. Kratos shows us how destructive revenge can become. Thorfinn shows us how difficult but powerful forgiveness truly is. Two warriors, two tragedies, two completely different answers to the same pain. And that is why the comparison between Kratos and Thorfinn is so fascinating.
Thank you so much for watching the video till the end. I really appreciate your time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to let me know in the comments. Your feedback really helps me understand what kind of content you like. And if you want to see more comparison videos like this, make sure to tell me in the comments as well. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.